She is just as we were leaving Canton with her husband Tararua, who also worked for us, and his daughter by a former marriage. Tuawa was pregnant by then. Here's Dory and Tuawa in our front yard at the house on the south side. Tuawa and Tararua with Dory. Tararua used to take Dory everywhere with him on his bicycle. He'd even take her fishing and she'd sit on his hip while he'd fish. By then, Tuawa was pretty occupied with Linda. Here's Tararua and Dory. Here's Linda and Dory with Tuawa and her stepdaughter. This is Tararua's daughter. She had been living on Hull Island with her mother. A Gilbertese and a wannabe Gilbertese. We had a steady stream of visitors. This is George Kuhn, whose job Dick eventually ended up with. This is in our front yard on the south side at Canton with Linda, Dory, and Kathy. Joan Freegard, the British district officer's wife, and the midwife who helped deliver Linda on the boat. This is one of the Pan Am mechanics, a Dutchman, with Kathy and Junie Brundle, the British district officer's daughter, at our little fishing pond. Noam Borum, a New Zealand woman and the wife of the chief mechanic for Pan Am, with Dory. Noam had never had children, so she really enjoyed my little ones. She, with Tuawa and Tararua's help, would take care of the kids when we were on any trips. This is Rene, our French chef, who handled all the feeding of us and used to love to make fancy centerpieces. This was a Christmas one. This is Jim Brundle, who was the first British district officer when we came to Canton, with a fellow that ran a fishing camp across the island. This is a New Year's Eve party at the tennis courts on the south side. A costume party for Halloween. That's me in the red pajamas Dick had brought me from Shanghai, talking to Eunice Harrington, I believe. One of the Pan Am bachelors, I don't remember his name, but he was the electrician from New Zealand. This is with Bruce, who was Australian, and he was the one that had St. John's ambulance training and was in the swimming pool when Dory almost drowned, so he did the artificial respiration on her. 30 Australian and New Zealand bachelors and no girls to dance with. A holiday dinner in the Pan Am dining room. That's Blue Pansing in the white with the red hair. Next to him is Jim Francis. A Halloween party at the school for the kids. That's me in the striped trousers. And that's Kathy blindfolded with the pink outfit with the black spots on it. A game at the Halloween party. I think that's Jimmy Harrington in the dark green outfit. A party at the Pan Air Club. That's Jim Bodecker on the far left, the Dutchman that went riding manta rays. Judge Lee, a meteorologist who used to insist he was Scottish. Myron Kerner, another meteorologist. Trev Borum, Noam's husband. And on the right, Billy Mills, who made my life miserable the whole time he and I were there together. 4th of July races. That's Noam Borum in the yellow top, Edna Brundle in the white dress, and me in the pink shorts and top. Tuawa was the winner of this race. That's her in the flowered dress. One of the New Zealand bachelors having a go at the high jump, but one of the Gilbertese doing it better. Jimmy Harrington's birthday party on our front porch. That's Dory on the table. Kathy's head is just behind the girl in the pink dress. Going out lobstering in the dark of the moon was one of our favorite things to do. Then we'd cook the lobster on the beach and eat it, accompanied by music. That's me in the white shorts with the navy top. Commuters on the launch. But we also used the launch for deep sea fishing out in the open ocean. That's me in the blue sweater on one of our fishing jaunts. And whenever the spear fishermen would come back, everyone would gather around to see what the catch was that day. This day a parrotfish was part of the catch, and a good-sized moray eel. And we had swimming parties in our front yard. Jim Bodecker, the Dutch mechanic, made an underwater case for his camera. This is Kathy and I in the lagoon. Kathy is picking some coral and I'm hovering on the surface to watch her. That's me, underwater, way down at the bottom picking coral. Me again in the coral. That's me sitting on the bottom and Dick up at the surface. Kathy picking coral with Dick and I chaperoning her. This is Dory by my coral drying rack near the swimming pool where she almost drowned. Dory didn't really see much reason to wear clothes on Canton Island. Since we had the only tall coconut trees, every now and then a Gilbertese or Fijian would come over and climb them and pitch a coconut down. This is the celebration of Queen Elizabeth II's coronation in June 1953. Here Jim Brundle, the British district officer, is addressing some of the Queen's loyal subjects. Jim Brundle, who was the British district officer at that time, and his wife Edna. The coronation celebration table. The Pan Am crowd viewing the coronation celebration. That's me in the chair closest to the camera, Noam Borum standing behind me in the blue short. The Gilbertese used to dance almost every night. Coronation night was just another occasion to dance. The Gilbertese women doing their dance. Pan Am's Fijian employees didn't usually join in the dance, but for coronation they decided they would do so also. We also had a visit from the Brigantine Yankee. Here they're heading for the entrance to the lagoon. You can see the hulk of the President Taylor to the right. Here's the bow of the Brigantine Yankee. The college kids that paid $5,000 to work as the crew loved to get up in the rigging. The arrival of Sir Robert Stanley, the British High Commissioner. Doug Freegard on the left, he was the district officer at that time. Sir Robert Stanley in the center, and Joan Freegard to his right in the yellow dress. Joan and Doug Freegard, British district officer and his wife. Doug and Sir Robert, behind them, Lady Stanley, Joan Freegard, and Phillida, the Stanley's daughter. The Gilbertese women enjoying the formal show. The party that evening was formal. Linda was about 10 days old when we attended that. This is taken in the living room of the Quonset hut we lived in on the south side. Kathy and I spent a lot of time on the beach. And here's Dory enjoying her bath. Kathy's 4th birthday. That's Junie Brundle to her left. Dory, the slide is a bit overexposed, unfortunately. This one too, overexposed. Dory in the doll buggy Dick had brought me from stateside. Kathy in the swimming pool beside our house. The corrugated stuff is a channel so the water could change with the tidal change. Dory. at about 7 months trying to get the hang of walking. Kathy and Dory. Kathy with the parakeet Dick had brought me from San Francisco to take the place of my beautiful Doberman who had died of bone cancer. Nome Borum with Dory in front of their house, right by the dock. Dory in her crib and in her high chair. Dory again. Thanksgiving dinner at the Pan Am dining room. I was pregnant with Linda, so that must have been Thanksgiving of '53. Kathy. Notice how all the kids went barefooted walking over that sharp coral. Dory and Kathy in the little swimming pool. Kathy and Dory. Dory enjoying her stick. Here she had put on her dad's socks and was trying to ride Kathy's tricycle. That's me, not long before Linda was born. Dory, not terribly impressed with her new little sister Linda. Linda at just a couple weeks old. Linda was still so tiny and tender here I had to keep her in the shade. More Linda. She was about 5 or 6 weeks old here. Dory messing around with my coral washing tub. Kathy at age 5 not being very cooperative about pictures. Dory all dressed up with her Gilbertese hat and bag. She even had shoes and socks on. Dory's second birthday party. Whoops, or maybe it was Kathy's 5th birthday. Yep, that's what it was. Linda at about 4 or 5 months old. Linda, maybe 6 or 7 months old. She's sitting by herself here, so she must be 7 or 8 months old. Dory, Linda, and Kathy in the front yard of our house on the south side. Linda with Dory's head and hand in the picture. Linda and I out by the pool. Linda around 7 or 8 months old. Linda beside our Quonset hut house on the south side. Linda in the doll buggy. It held up pretty good. Sometimes Linda would lay in it and Dory would sit on it with a board across the frame. On our front porch, Dory looks like she's trying to scare somebody. Dory with that mean little Budge kid.